Oh, 5 more seconds. I wasn't looking. Oh, right then. So, in my last video, I talked a little bit about the event. You know, I did very well. Not overall, but recently, it's been doing very well, you know. Up by about a 30 something views. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I got, you know. So I figured out making a sequel to the video, or a prequel. It's more of a sequel, but missed out information probably. So that's kind of a prequel sequel, to be fair. Today we're going to be talking about the missed information that I've kind of not placed in A, and B, the recent events that have underwent, I guess. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that. So yeah, strap in. Firstly, I'd like to say the name of the event. I actually didn't mention the name of the event. I didn't actually want to do it. I feel like maybe we should stir up the pot a little bit. So you know what? I'll say the name of the event. The name of the event is called Hallofgladiators. Sorry. My bad. Hallofgladiator. Yeah, you heard that right. There's no S in the thing. It's called Hallofgladiator. Now, of course, it's in the title, so you've already known this, but just hearing it from me, probably something's wrong with the I don't know, grammar of it. You automatically add an S towards it, you know, like an S is kind of more comfortable for a sort of title. With the current artwork they have, maybe just add a Stadia logo. Just fucking paste the Stadia logo. It'll work. It's fine. It should work perfectly. And also, the more information that I have is that there is 5 cards in the fight. 1 main event, 1 co-main event, and 3 undercards, of course. And the range, I'm gonna put this in to remind you this, alright? So the way the fight is gonna go, of course, like everything else, is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 being the first undercard, and then 1 being the main event. Remember that entire order I just said. The fight consists of a couple few TikTokers of Malaysia, but also not really that much high personalities, just more of fighters, which I actually kind of support because I'd rather fighters than celebrities, you know? I'd rather see more punches. So yeah, I'm not really that much off of it, kind of for it now, you know? So it's a little bit of a mixed bridge with the current pandemic we have. Maybe it's a little bit of a weird bridge, but tell you what, I'm okay with it. Anyway, all that information done, we're going to be talking about the recent events that happened. On Sunday night, they had a press conference on YouTube. Now, I attended the press conference, an online press conference. I'm meant to be going in with a partner. My partner, of course, being my editor, Rack, which, by the way, you should subscribe, by the way, link in the description. He was meant to join me in my endeavor, but I guess not a lot of people like being tortured, so he just left to not go to it. And the event just basically went like this. Let me just recap it from here, basically, like a nice way of recapping it. Rack, use the footage that I've sent to you to help me out with this one.
Little boy, barely alive for more than a year.
Call me little boy.
He's a little child. He's a little boy. That's all I see in front of me. Little boy, drama queen.
Little boy. I'm a little boy.
Yeah, you are a little boy.
You do know by calling him a little boy, right?
Definitely this little boy in front of me right now. Little kid. Little boy.
So basically the event started with, of course, the host, Adam Khalil. If you're here, comment and shout me out for your next video. But the host was Adam Khalil. Of course, he started it off with, of course, introducing the event, introducing himself, and, you know, basically Eddie Hearning it by saying 12-ounce gloves, someone's getting knocked out. The press conference went from 0 to 100 real quick the second that the first card came in. Rafik versus Ekath. Now, I'm gonna be honest, before the press conference started and I saw the artwork to it, I had kind of mixed feelings about who's gonna be the winner of this event. I don't actually have my predictions ready right now. Based on pictures, or what I saw, it looked like a fair fight, you know? It looked like a very fair fight. Both of these people looked huge. Of course, one of them with bigger shoulders, and the other one with bigger shoulders. So, the press conference started and it went from 0 to 100, like I said, very quick, with Ekath just overpowering Rafik in the press conference. Now, Rafik was very calm-ish. Now, I say calm, but it was very unprofessional. I don't actually know how to say this. I'm not good with words as well. I'm professional, unprofessional. So if he's unprofessional, that's same as me. Now, that press conference of those two went as so. Basically, one overpowering the other, but in short, one's a pebble, one's a grass, one's 1 year old, and one's middle-aged. So whoever wins this fight gets to take it all. You want grass middle-aged man, or pebble 1 year old guy? Vote now. The predictions of both of these fighters were very confident from both sides, saying that they'd both knock each other out in 1 round. Basically, Logan Pauling it yet again. Now, this was number 3 instead of number 4. The order I said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, guess what? It's 5 and then 3 next, which is Kyle versus Adam Reyes. Adam Reyes. I'm fucked. I'm not going to be pronouncing these names very well. Basically, Kyle versus Adam. Point 1. Because the host is also Adam for some fuck. Anyway, the press conference for that one was actually a lot more contrasted as compared to the other one, because rather than just full beef, these people do have beef with each other, but there's a mutual ounce of respect, somewhat seeable, as I can see. Of course, both of them have that, fight beef. Everybody has fight beef, They were having a lot more calm and soothing, I'd say. But it was also very uncomfortably calm. So I'd say it's very weird. It's uncomfortably calm, but also awkward. Of course, like I said, no hate to any of these people. I try to be as unbiased as possible. So, best man wins on that one. I don't really have that much of an opinion on that one. Number 4, Fares versus Adam 2. There's another Adam this time. The press conference was actually very respectful for this one. I'd say that this one was the most wholesome one. These two fighters were actually very respectful to each other. Of course, Fares praising Adam as he is the kind of moreover of experienced boxer. So I'd say that this is actually a very nice fight, I'd say. Whoever wins basically wins the hearts of the audience either way. Because these two people were very kind to each other, and I'd say that these two people have a huge respect to each other, I'd say. And, best man wins for that one. Anyways, on to the next press conference, which was instead the main card. The co-main event. The press conference for the co-main event actually happened after the main event card. Press conference. The main card. It was Arif versus Danny. To keep it simple and sweet, Arif looks like a very TikTok guy, and Danny looks like a very TikTok guy. So this looked like TikTok versus TikTok. One had experience in boxing and the other had experience in karate, if I'm correct. And so this might be an alright fight. I'd say that this is pretty nice, I'd say it's pretty okay. One can do a pull-up. One just learned how to do a pull-up. Fairest fight I can see here is the main card. So you know what? Props. Whoever wins the card, that one, can do 2 pull-ups maybe at the end. You know what? That should be the next competition. Who can do more pull-ups in the main card? The next press conference was actually the co-main event instead of the main event. You get what I'm saying here? I'm actually not sure what I'm saying either. Basically, it was Putra versus Hazik. Now, I'd say that this is the most exciting fight of the card just because of A, sheer size, one having a huge muscular advantage, and the other guy having, well, Muay Thai advantage, but at the same time, with one of the footage coming out that he knocked his opponent out clean, like out of the ring. I'm talking out of the ring. So this fight's actually a very exciting fight. These two were very respectful to each other. I'd say that these two don't have too much beef with each other. They have, of course, like, fight beef, like everybody has it, but they are very respectful to each other, and I'd say that this is a very mixed emotions sort of fight. Because both of these people are very good fighters, but who's the better fighter, you know what I mean? So it's going to be an exciting fight for I'd say. Now, let's have the MVP of the entire press conference. Now, I'd say the MVP of the press conference is Adam. The host, of course, I meant. Adam 1.0, the host. I'd say that he's the MVP because A, he didn't actually fuck up his lines that much. As a host, that's kind of the fear that you have. And, he kind of had that true Geordie sort of forte, I'd say, towards him. He was more of a mixture of both the true Geordie and Eddie Hearn, which is actually a very nice mix of tone. And I actually liked it. So you know what? I'd say the MVP was the host of that entire thing. The most ready to fight anybody, I'd probably say, is Ekaf.
Little boy.
With the words he said, with the words he's kind of like projected.
little boy.
saying that he'd fight anybody on the card except for, I think, Hazik. You know, bold claim. And I'd say that it's a challenge that he wants to pick up. And I'd say if he wants to do it, do it. You know, don't really have that much of an opinion on it. I want it to be as unbiased as possible. I will have my opinions probably nearing like everything else, but for now, not that much of an opinion. I just have respect for all of the fighters who are fighting on the cards. And you know what? If any of you guys want to release like any boxing footage, go ahead. I'll try and criticize it. Don't know that much about boxing, but I'll try and criticize it as much as I can. And if you guys have bad technique, I'll say it. And if you have very good technique, I'll say it, of course, as well. Hope to see it go well. Also, the recent events that I've noticed as well, and this was actually moreover of later than earlier. The news was a lot more earlier, but I knew this a lot later. The pay-per-view system. Let's just rewind my statement for the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view I talked about was a $5/ringgit, because we're different currency. A $5/ringgit buy-in for a link that is, I think, unlisted link that you can actually get from the person to then watch the fight. I'd say that that's a very good option, but their option sounded a little bit different. Basically, it's 35 ringgit to watch it live over at the venue. If you want to watch it online, you'd have to pay 10 ringgit to watch it on Discord. I think that's how it works, or maybe you get into a public Discord, so I'm not sure, you know. But word I know is that it's gonna be on Discord. So very mixed as well about that one. I'd say there's a pros and cons to it. Maybe less chances of like illegal streaming, but I'm very unsure about it. So whatever happens, happens basically. You know what? Fuck it. Let's make our predictions. Not the official predictions, but let's just use it as like, you know, nice little small prediction. Let's go from a 5 to 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, a bit easier than the whatever the press had. 5, 3, 4, 1, 2, which was the order of the press. Let's go to number 5. We're gonna start off with Ekath versus Rafiq. Now, gonna be honest. Gonna be completely honest with you guys. Throughout the press conference, Ekath seemed more dominant, I'd say. But as well, Rafiq seemed very uncomfortable, but yet calm, which is very strange. So, now I don't think, this is not official yet, because I don't actually have the footage of them yet. So I'd say that right now, I'd say based on talk, Ekath is one up, you know? Right now, he has more to lose, because he's kind of piled up expectations of himself. So he has to win. Ekath has to win. If he doesn't, it's all on him. And if he wins, it's all on him. Like I said, next fight. Faris versus Adam. The other Adam. 2.0. Now, this is a very, I would say one-sided, but at the same time, anything can happen in a boxing ring, like I said. Now, Adam was to be known for the most experience in boxing in the card. This card, of course. So I'd say that Adam would win this card. Comfortably, I'm not actually sure. But who knows? It's going to be an exciting fight. I'd say that this would be a very, you know, wholesome fight. They don't have any beef with each other. It's like Max plays FIFA against any Sungip. Next fight we have is Kyle versus Adam Reese. Now, I do kind of know the history between Kyle, but Adam Reese is a new person and I actually don't know who he is. Throughout the press conference, both of them were very eerily uncomfortable. And it kind of had that uncomfortable silence between each other a lot of the time. They both have mutual respect for each other, which is very good. However, I'd say the winner of this one is dependent because right now, based on like what I've seen, just from talking, it's very... Oh, I'm gonna get hate for this, but you know what? I don't really care. It's very one line. It's very... There's nobody dominating the entire thing. It's just the same, you know? So I'd say the winner of these is whoever wants it the most at the night. So I'd say that this could go to a split decision. I'd say that this is the most potential to be going to a split decision. Next fight we have is Putra versus Hazik. Now, Hazik is that he had a boxing background from the press conference. And I heard from Putra that he has a Muay Thai background from, of course, the press conference. I've seen footage of Putra. Hazik, I'm actually not sure just yet. For now, I'd say that this fight is going to be very aggressive, I'd say. I'd say that this one has the more potential to have A, a knockout, or B, a unanimous decision victory. But I think this one has the more potential for a knockout rather than that. So I'd say that this one's going to be, for now, not official, I'd say Haziq might win this one because he has more of a boxing background than Muay Thai. So yeah. The main card, Arif versus Danny. Now Arif of course has the more potential. Arif has of course the more history on boxing. He's been boxing I think since last year as of the press conference. I'm only using stuff from the press conference by the way, so just remember that. What he said was that he had experience in boxing for I think around a year because of his weight loss, if I'm correct. I don't actually remember the words he said, but I think that's what he said. So, expectedly, I said that Arif would win this fight against Danny, but I think it's depending on who wants it more as well. Now, I'm also just gonna say the artwork on this, it's alright. It's alright. The pictures, however, it's a bit weird. It's a bit strange. But you know what? No hate. They're all fighters. They're not fucking models. I don't really judge them. Props to whoever who wins, whoever proved me wrong in this little unofficial prediction for now. Prove me wrong. I might be okay with it. You know, I don't actually have that much of a little bit of a grudge in any of these guys. So if any of these guys win, they win. That is the entire recap of what happened this week on the event and all of the news that I know about for now about this event. If you guys want more like news on the event in the later future, I'm hoping that maybe they might have another press conference. Maybe if this entire like lockdown thing ends, hopefully I can see it live. I might not be going, but you know, hopefully they have a live press conference and I want to see some people shouting at each other, have a little bit of a toss about. You know, we need some action. We need some content these days, you know? With a bit of the pandemic happening, we need some fun, serotonin-ish. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. I think anything that happens in the future on this event, hopefully I'll be able to catch it. And hopefully I'll be able to make another video on this again. And yeah, right now this is my job, sadly. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know this video is very long overdue. It's been 10 days, but you know, at least it's back. Yeah, at least it's back, you know? So anything that happens in the future, I'll be able to report it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys a lot sooner than later. Take care.
Little boy.